Good morning. So just parked up outside the allotments, going to take a walk down to my plot now. You can have a look at what I've got going on down there and just talk about a few ideas, and hopefully you'll pick something up from this video. So yeah, just walking to my plot now. Not allowed to bring vehicles onto this site here until around April time, which is fair enough because it'd be very easy to get stuck here, which could present all sorts of problems, and also it'd be very easy to churn the ground up. Once again, that would be a problem as well. So yeah, can't see anybody else down here, which is fair enough because it's relatively cold. Went down to freezing last night, maybe just below. We are getting frequent frosts here now, which is very much to be expected. It is January, we are in winter. I do sometimes get asked the question though, are we in a microclimate here? Because we can get some of the warmest weather here, longest summers, etc., by UK standards. Coldest it went down to last winter was about -8 degrees C, which is around 18 degrees Fahrenheit. So relatively cold by southeast UK standards, but can also suffer from drought here, or periods of low rainfall in the summer. So of course that can present problems with watering, etc. But last year it was actually quite a wet summer by the standards around here, and watering wasn't really much of a problem. Great crops of runner beans last year, and in fact it wasn't too warm either. It was very good for things such as runner beans. Not so good for things such as melons, but can't have everything. So just walking to my plot now. Put the camera up there, you can have a, sort of a look at the allotment site really. Hope you could see, everything that's happening. Doing a slightly different style video today, as opposed to the usual sort of camera on a tripod and stand in front of it sort of thing. Anyway, we are approaching my plot now, 203 square meters, which is 2,185 square feet. You've seen it before. Yeah, quite happy actually with how it's turning out. This will be my second year of having it. Let's have a look about. So looking at my compost bins here, some of you may remember the pile of horse manure that was here. Had that delivered last year. It was about 6 or 7 months old when I got it delivered, and it's been here 5-6 months, something like that. So maybe a bit less. So it'll be about a year old now, and I've spread it. So had it delivered, £25 for a really nice size delivery. That includes delivery, so it's really, really good value indeed, and it's good stuff. So not allowed vehicles on this site, as I stated, over, I think it's November until around April. Does depend on the weather, of course. So I wanted it here because I needed it delivered for the winter, in which I was intending to top up the beds with it, or 1 or 2 beds. So I'll show you here. So took that pile there, and all I've done is spread it on the top here. Just move over this side so that the sun isn't in the camera too much. So yeah, down here, that's where I spread it there. Some of you may remember I grew things such as courgettes, sweet corn, etc. here, loads of different things, varieties such as double red sweet corn, which is a red sweet corn, and Kousa courgettes, which are white courgettes, originally from the Middle East. Did very well indeed, and literally all I did was I grew them straight into the ground. I didn't dig the ground over, anything like that. So once again, just enriching the ground here and expecting a real powerhouse to come from here. So probably going to have, once again, marrows, courgettes, etc. here. Squashes, going to be going very heavily on those this year, pumpkins, etc. All sorts of, quite exciting stuff to come on this channel. So under here, got some grass under this membrane here, which is mulching, composting, etc., enriching the soil there. And underneath the membrane should be a nice bit of worm activity under there, and once again should be a nice powerhouse of a bed once I planted out. So last year I had a lot of potatoes here, Maris Piper if I remember correctly, and Aran Pilot, and wasn't as thorough as I should have been when I harvested the potatoes from here last year. So I'm expecting there to be volunteer potatoes, road potatoes, last year's potatoes, etc. coming up. Not a big deal, it's not best practice really because of disease, etc. to do that, but I was very busy at work during that time, and I did the best I could at the time. But once again, no big deal. I might even end up leaving a few of those in to get some nice, you know, just unexpected potato crops. So probably going to be putting things such as squash, courgettes, etc. here, because then if the volunteer potatoes do come up, which they most likely will, I can then just pull them up and discard them, leave some of them, or they could grow in amongst the squashes and the courgettes, etc. So should be quite a nice enriched bed. You may have remembered my little cold frame mini greenhouse, etc. that I made here. So probably be putting some things in there, maybe something such as, you know, I might grow some melons in there, etc. Aubergines, chilies, peppers, etc. So nice little thing to look forward to there as well. So yeah, doing a little bit of harvesting here. Got some spinach, all sorts really. Spinach, chard, got some beetroot here still as well. Now some of you may remember some plantings I did a few weeks ago. So I've got winter gem Valen lettuce. That's taking this cold weather no problem here. Red Mizuna, once again, taking it without an issue. And the other end, I've got some broad beans, variety Aquadulture Claudia. They are the variety, or a variety, that is generally recommended for overwintering here in the UK. No problem at all. One has bought it by the looks of it, one plant, but no big deal. So expecting some nice crops from these. Probably the winter gem lettuce in the springtime, and maybe around the same time for the red Mizuna, probably maybe around June for the Aquadulture Claudia broad beans. So, you know, looking promising. Yes, remain ever vigilant as to some of your crops which could be under threat from hungry wildlife, probably a pigeon in the case of this bit of spinach here, but never mind, my fault, it's fair game, I didn't cover it. So there we are. Now, I know I've mentioned this before, but here I've got some white albino beetroot, which I'm still harvesting at this time of year, and it's still sweet. So I initially planted these in cell trays in my polytunnel on the 11th of the 3rd last year, so the 11th of March, and I planted them out here on the 18th of April. So they've been in the ground, you know, a fair bit of time here, and they're still sweet, which quite often I find that if you leave red beetroot in the ground over the winter, sort of up until now, it can get quite woody, but this is still nice and sweet. So there we are. You might wish to look into white albino beetroot, and in general, in my opinion, it's a little bit sweeter than red beetroot, but nice bit of variety. These are smaller ones because I modular sowed them and I picked out the bigger ones as they grew, leaving the smaller ones, but still a nice little vegetable there to be picking, you know, well into winter. So I've got a cute little harvest of Brussels sprouts here, Evesham Special, Eversham Special, and yeah, nice. Do love Brussels sprouts, but yeah, I've got plenty of them here. Been a good variety actually, to be honest. A few of them have blown, but it's no big deal. I'm not too concerned about that anyway. Maybe if I'd removed some of the leaves, etc., less of them would have blown, but can't do everything. But yeah, so quite happy with these sprouts, and it'd be nice with dinner this evening. So that's very nice. Of course, you can eat sprout leaves as well. Don't just have to eat the sprouts. Certainly a good crop to grow overall. Nutritious and tasty. There we are. So nice little sprout harvest there, and I'm going to break this top off and going to have that as greens tonight as well. So really healthy there. See, I've got these, you know, leaves on there that are going yellow, etc. Ideally, you want to be removing those as they go yellow, etc. You don't want to be leaving them on the plant because it can attract slugs. You know, good hygiene, good tidying, cleanliness practices are very good in the prevention of slugs, but you know, we can't do everything, and it just doesn't happen in some cases, but that's best practice anyway. So these, for example, don't leave them, if you take them off, don't leave them lying around like that, because that's going to attract a slug straight to it. So what you want to do really is put them straight in the compost bin, and you're once again creating your own compost and taking them away, so less likely to get slugs about. So there we are. But nice head there, and greens. So greens from the plant, the Evesham Special sprouts and also the sprouts themselves. So yeah, success once again. So here we are, a bit of an aerial view of the allotments. So you can see my one, you've seen that before, but I'll put the camera around. You should be able to see, you know, a fair bit of the site. The sun's probably in your eyes that way, sorry, like that, look. Just going to put it right up in the air. It's on the end of the tripod, so I can get some quite nice height there. There you go. That's high, so that's probably 11 feet tall. So currently standing on this shed roof at the moment, so it's about 7 feet, so probably getting up to, I don't know, 20 feet maybe, over that. Should bring it down, pan the camera around. Sometimes it's nice, isn't it? I like to sometimes go on other YouTube channels and just look at other allotments. Nice to see what people are doing depending on where they are in the country, other parts of the world, etc. Yeah, nice. So there we are, nice little harvest, very welcome. A harvest from your allotment or garden is welcome at any time of year, but I find it especially so in the middle of winter. So here we are, plenty of greens. So I've got some sprouts, got some sprout greens, also got some chard, some spinach in here, and also some white albino beetroots. So be nice to eat some of this for tea this evening. Anyway, really is a lot to come on this channel. I've done a little bit of planting already. Some of you may have seen my video the other day, aubergines, peppers and onions. I've also sown some leeks, variety musselba, and what else have I sown? Spring onions as well, and some more broad beans, but I think you've seen those already. So lots to come on this channel. If you'd like to hear about more of what I do, you can subscribe to my channel if that interests you. And also, if you've got the time, have a look through my channel list and my videos list, and you will see some of the things that I've been up to, and you can see how this allotment has come to be and how productive it was last year. And it's my first year of having this allotment here, and I was very happy with the results. So there we are. I'll also link a few videos down below that might interest you if you've got the time to look at them. Anyway, so please feel free to like the video if you do, and please feel free to share it with anyone who you think may find it interesting and or helpful. Anyway, yes, winter gardening, here we are. Let's see what the weather brings now. See you in the next video. As always, thanks very much for your time.